Well, here we are. We are at Charlotte Motor Speedway for race day. It is finally race day. Super excited to get back behind the wheel here for the WKA Manufacturers Cup. Yesterday went well with practice. Looking forward to seeing what kind of speed we have today. Go out there and do our best today. Good morning. Early bird gets the worm.
We're gonna be out on track in less than an hour.
Yeah, I was wondering why there was nobody here.
Oh, is it time?
I guess. What's your gift?
No, this isn't the gift.
That's the gift?
No. You can pick up this merch now because somebody's better at marketing. You can pick up this merch at shopatanetwork.com now because Bobby doesn't know how to do domain forwards. So shopatanetwork.com.
Wait, what?
Not spreadshirt dot freaking.
Wait, you got me a domain?
Yeah. Network. I don't know if it's published yet, but. Well, sorry. Did I spell it wrong? Oh. ATA Nerwork.
Oh my god. Shopatanetwork.com.
Domains, yeah. That's so, I get so annoyed every time I hear somebody say it.
So it's no longer shop.spreadshirt.com/ATA Network. It's shopatanetwork.com.
There you go. Merry Christmas.
That's the best gift anyone's ever got me.
Merry Christmas.
You heard it here first, folks. shopatanetwork.com. Ready to go out for the first practice. It's only 7 minutes though, so not a lot of time to figure out the setup. We're gonna go out there, just kind of run at our own pace, and then ideally we'll know what we need to do for the second practice. Second practice is a little bit longer, 10-minute session, and then we'll go back to a 7-minute session with qualifying, 12-lap free final, 16-lap final. Don't know really how I did compared to other people. We were actually dicing it up there a little bit with Dolian and Schwalm and Maxwell. And I do, however, we do have an hour roughly until our next practice. I do want to dive into the motor, maybe clean up the clutch a little bit for the second practice, and then we may, for qualifying, just put new shoes on, new springs, just to eliminate anything that would be up with the clutch. I feel pretty happy with the clutch setup. But it's always good to clean it out every once in a while. The carburetor was dialed in this morning, so we don't have to worry about that at the moment. And the gearing, I don't know if I like the gearing either. You know, with the 60, if I'm behind somebody, I can get enough of a toe to kind of stay with the draft pack, but a 60 is not really a good leading gear. So I'm thinking you're gonna still want to be on a 61. I'm on a 60 now, so yeah. There's really not much you can do with these Ignite carts. I mean, handling wise, setup wise, I'm still factory all the way around as far as the front end and the rear end is concerned. So felt a little rear loose early on in the day, but I think that's just because the track was so green, hadn't been ran on all day. So I'm banking on that rear loose getting better as the day goes on. I remember yesterday when we had that third practice, it was pretty hooked up pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna bank on that. It should be better by this next practice. We're gonna get one round of practice, kind of rubber it in the track a little bit, get it ready for racing. So let's go out there and see how it is. often should I lubricate my clutch bearing?
How much? What?
Got the cart ready. I changed my mind on the gear change. I think I'm going to leave it where it's at. See what kind of speed we had. We actually were 4th in the first practice, so it's a little bit better than I expected, better than I felt. So we definitely have some room for improvement, which is a good thing. So I would really like to take some hardware away from this trip. You want to win. That's the obvious goal, but then you kind of be realistic and see who you're racing against and see what's possible. Anything's possible. Anything's achievable. Achieve the achievable. Get it? ATA. Well, I think we can do really well here. You know, the competition isn't as much as some of the national events, and so I think that, you know, we've got a good shot at a podium. I think I got a drafting partner for the road race. This guy worked with the legendary Santino Ferrucci. Yeah, you and Santino worked together and 1-2 finish at Daytona. That's pretty epic.
I'll push you, but I'm going to finish first.
The shot is going to be me just hitting the outside wall as you cross the line with your fist in the air.
Yeah, you're up against the wall.
This is Reed Sweeney's guide to being fast.
Take all your weight off. Take off all the body work here. This adds, you know, an extra 2 pounds. You can empty this. You can unscrew that. You don't need brakes. Like, since we don't need brakes, you take the disc off. You don't need that. That's guide to being fast.
That's about it?
That's it.
Oh, heck. Well, looks like I got some work to do before qualifying. We're gonna not make a lot of adjustments before qualifying. A lot of big changes isn't really great, so we're gonna kind of just see what we got for qualifying. Double check all the bolts and whatnot, make sure it's all good to go. Tire pressures, I think I was a little too high. We're gonna lower those. The wear patches look a little too narrow, and it took a lot longer to warm up. So hopefully a little bit lower tire pressure will help me out a little bit. P5 is not bad, but I know that we can do better. I know we can get a little bit more out of this machine. So we'll go out and try that in qualifying. Ironically, as you guys saw in the video, I was tucked in behind Dolian and Surly. Stay with those guys. We had one really good lap on the last lap. And yeah, I don't think we really need to make much change. The tire pressures were great. I'm gonna duplicate what I just did in the last session. The tires have felt the best that they've been all day. So we'll do our best to just kind of hold position in the pre-final. Trophies aren't handed out for the pre-final, so just kind of want to survive and stay up in that front pack and have a good starting spot for the final. Slowly working our way to the top step.
Typically turning 6 on this third.
Today's lunch, Olive Garden. Once again, Margay Racing. Best food catering in the karting industry. Hopefully this doesn't slow me down for the race.
ShopATAnetwork.com.
Heck yeah.
Show the crowd the GT500s.
No, I didn't. You want to?
How'd you qualify?
Not too bad, not too great. Everybody was playing games, going out of the pits, and I just decided to go out all by myself. So, one-man band.
What lap are you going to take Bobby out on?
As soon as I get there. So hopefully lap 1.
Pre-final just wrapped up. We finished P4, lost a spot to Avery Schwalm. Kart felt really good. We just didn't get that good start on the beginning. The inside line was just kind of too cramped up through those first 2 left-hand corners. So I think being on the outside line, starting P4, actually helped us get a little bit of a better run. Ideally, we can try to get our way to 3rd or 2nd early on in the race and just try to hold our spot, hold our line, work with drivers, push, try to get away from the rest of the field. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of battling in that 3rd, 4th, 5th place spot again like last time. So as long as I can try to break away early on and run my own race, I mean, I've got the speed to do it. Apparently I had the fastest lap of the race up until the last lap, which means that we've got really good speed. And I haven't really done too much. I'm just going out there driving once again. We're just going to maintain that speed, hopefully. Go through and just give everything another good once over, and hopefully we can do really well in the final. I really, really want a podium. And I'm going to fight like hell to get it. Everything's great.
Krug.
And then the motor just cut out. Would only max out at 5,800 RPM for like 2.5 laps, which doesn't sound like a lot, but because this track is just so fast, you're almost always like on the higher end of the RPM. So it was like slowing me down like 4 or 5 seconds a lap for 2.5 laps. So I went back to P8 and I didn't have enough time to make up any ground. It sucks. Yeah, I don't know what I could have done differently, especially because I had second place time. I guess we'll try again tomorrow.
The best spot to make that time through though,
Pushback bumper. So that's the cherry on top of the ice cream.
front or behind. Matter of fact,
It's on ice cream, right? Not cake. Cherry on top of the cake. Cherry on top of the ice cream. All right, we got it all ready to go for tomorrow, we think. Carburetor, I inspected the carburetor. The carburetor had nothing wrong with it. The jets were clear. The float was set properly. Nothing was hung up anywhere. It looked pretty good. Which I guess makes sense because the cart did get back to a normal state by the end of the session. So whatever was wrong with it was only temporary. I went through and I cleaned the cart for the most part. Got the rear bumper clean, the side pods, front bumper, the front panel, floor pan, the axle, the motor. Did a lot of work to it to get it ready for tomorrow. The only thing that I didn't do that I should have probably done is clean the clutch up a little bit, but we'll wait till tomorrow morning to do that. Yeah, she's a good piece. It's a good cart, so just gotta try again tomorrow. That's all we can do.